In the bookstore. Life with the Weasleys was very different from life in Privet Drive. The Dursleys liked a clean and tidy house, while everything in the Weasley house was strange and unexpected. The first time Harry looked into the mirror on the kitchen mantelpiece, he was frozen in place because the mirror immediately shouted, "Put your blouse on, you sloppy trousers." Whenever the house got too noisy and stuffy, the giant would howl and make noise. The occasional explosions coming from Fred and George's room were normal for everyone. But what was even stranger than the talking mirror and the noisy giant was that everyone in the Weasley house liked Harry. Mrs. Weasley was upset about the state of Harry's socks and insisted that Harry eat 4 plates of food at every meal. Mr. Weasley liked to sit next to Harry after dinner and pester him with countless questions about Muggle life. He would ask Harry how to use electrical appliances and how to send letters at the post office. When Harry explained to him how to use the phone, he said, "It's so interesting that these Muggles are geniuses. Look at the ways they've found to get things done without magic." One sunny morning after a week at the Weasleys, Harry heard news of Hogwarts. When Ron and Harry went into the kitchen to eat breakfast, Mr. and Mrs. Weasley and Ginny were sitting at the table. As soon as Ginny caught sight of Harry, she touched her plate of ham, and it fell to the kitchen floor with a thud. Every time Ginny saw Harry, she made a mess. Ginny went under the table in a panic to clean up her mess, and when she finally came up, her face was red and flushed. Harry did not bring it to himself, but sat down on a chair and took the toast that Mrs. Weasley offered him. Mr. Weasley handed Ron and Harry 2 yellow parchment envelopes with green ink written on them and said, "The school sent you a letter. Dumbledore knows you're here, Harry. Wow, he's a very busy man. He's got a lot of attention on Friday. You both have letters." Mr. Weasley also handed them letters from Fred and George, who had trudged into the kitchen in their pajamas. Everyone was silent as they read their letters. Harry's letter said that he would be at King's Cross Station on September 1st, just like last year, and take the Hogwarts Express. The list of books for the new year was also attached to the letter, and it said, "Overcome the Peak of Death. Special Charms for the 2nd year. Written by Miranda Goshawk II. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. Touring with Giants. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. A Holiday with Strangers. Traveling with Cave Giants. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. Cruise with Vampires. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. Wandering with Werewolves 1. Written by Gladroy Lockhart. A Bite Year. Written by Gilderoy Lockhart. The man who had read his own list looked at Harry's and said, "You have to buy all of Lockhart's books too? The new defense against the dark arts teacher is dead, I bet you, which S." At that moment, Fred's eyes fell on his mother and he immediately began to eat. Marmalade showed amusement. George looked at his parents and said, "Do you know how expensive it is? Lockhart's books are very expensive." Mrs. Weasley said with a worried look on her face, "We can handle it. Ginny can use your books and supplies from previous years." Harry asked Ginny, "Is this your first year at Hogwarts?" Ginny, her cheeks as red as her hair, nodded in agreement and immediately bumped her elbow into the butter dish. Fortunately, no one but Harry noticed Ginny's mischief because Ron's older brother Percy entered the kitchen at that moment. Percy had his special senior student medal pinned to the collar of his tank top and looked cheerful. He said, "Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day." Percy sat down in the only empty chair but immediately jumped up and threw a dustpan. He picked up the old gray one from under him. In fact, Harry thought it was an ordinary duster at first glance, but then he realized it was breathing. Ron shouted, "Ariella!" Ron took the lifeless L from Percy and pulled a letter from under his pillow, saying, "Wow. Finally, you brought me Hermione's letter. I wrote to Hermione that we were going to come and save you from the Dursleys." Ron quickly sat Errol down in his designated spot near the back kitchen door, but Errol tipped over, so he set it down on the cupboard, cursing under his breath. Then he opened Hermione's letter and read aloud. Dear Ron and Harry, of course, if you're there. I hope you were successful and Harry is doing well. I hope you didn't resort to illegal means to save Harry, because by doing so, you're getting Harry into trouble. I'm very worried. Please let me know immediately if Harry is okay, but you'd better use another owl because this one is done with another letter. I'm very busy because I'm doing my schoolwork. Ron interrupted the letter and said, What homework? Now that school is closed. Ron continued reading the letter. We're coming to London next Wednesday to buy my books for this year. How about we meet in Diagon Alley? Please write me all the news. Your lover, Hermione.